excited that we get another opportunity, another Monday, another moment to come in front of you and share from the New Birth platform. You are joining us on one of our multiple campuses. If you're on the Facebook campus, you're on the YouTube campus, you're on the newbirth.org campus, or somebody is allowing you through a share to tune in, we are grateful. We are global and God is glorified. Thank you for coming in. I'm your pastor of Internet and Innovation, Kervance Ross, and our senior pastor, Dr. Jamal Bryant, who is doing a super fantastic job of making sure that we as the team equip you as the people with every possible resource you need. And here we are again in the midst of what I call social media, internet, and technology 101. So if you do me a favor, if you grab your senior pastor, if you'd grab your media director, if you'd grab your young person, whoever you know, grab some of your seniors, grab some of your regulars, and get this information out. Tag them, text, share it to your comments. Make sure that you're putting it in your stories because we are about to help you. So many people have said, how do you all pull this thing off on a regular basis? We thought that we were going to be out of this quarantine and out of this space no later than Father's Day. And here we are, almost in November, and we're still here. And I need to know how to make this work. Some of you are business owners, and you thought that quarantine was a bad thing, but if you learn how to use social media and the internet, your business will blow up. And I want to help you free of charge. So I want you to get started where you are, start sharing, start tagging, start texting. While you're doing that, if you grab your device and text this keyword, NBConnect, NBConnect to 71441. We want to make sure that we're connected to you. So once you send that text message, you'll get a nice response back and we'll be able to give you any insight and information necessary. On top of that, we are in the midst of 365. We believe that God is going to turn around in one day whatever you've been challenged with, concerned with, and under for the last year. And we want to be able to help you make sure that you see that turnaround on November 8th. Now that we're in here, let's get started. You've heard me talk about these concepts of social media, concepts of the internet, concepts of technology. And we have the email address created, INI, Internet and Innovation at newbirth.org. And you all have been texting me, emailing me, inboxing me questions. You've told us how important these sessions have been to you, and we're not going to stop, not right now. You've made your mind set up that you said even in this reality, why are we so focused on social media? What does the Bible have to say about this? Is there any instance of social media in the Bible? Well, the God that we serve through the impartation of flesh in Jesus Christ is a social media expert, believe it or not. Realize that Jesus goes no more than in 3 years, 3,125 mile radius that he walks. His message in that 3-year time frame is within 400 miles. There's no circumference of more than 400 miles that he goes. But some kind of way, every time he shows up in only small towns, he doesn't do large cities. He goes from small town to small town. Some kind of way he's created a social media frenzy that the message gets out to the masses that the master is coming. He's used negative media, negative PR. He's used the targeting of people that the church won't deal with, people that the church has cast out, individuals that the church said we don't have time for. He's cannibalized on the reality that the sick can come to me. I have my mask on. I'm okay with what outbreak you have. I'm taking 12 guys with me that are not church people. I'm bringing these guys with me. And we're going to help you in the areas that each one of them specialize in. Because when I leave, I'm going to give them the ability to use the same strategy and go out to the masses. Jesus is a social media expert. He's clear on his brand. He knows his target market, and he's not having any issue staying within his auspices. And with that reality, I want to help you and your church eliminate the excuses of the fact that we can't do this. I don't know how to make this happen. I don't know how we're going to galvanize this reality. It's really, really simple. And I want to start with the concept of Facebook alone. If you've been with me over the last 2 sessions and you missed it, go back and catch it, because we've been building and building and building. One of the things I want to help you understand is the difference on Facebook between a group and a page. A group and a page. Many of us don't realize that Facebook has opened up the opportunity for us to have groups. Groups, I'll get into that later. Let's talk about the page. Many of you know that you can have a page if it started off as a fan page, where it was particularly for celebrities, athletes, and entertainers. But as it continued to develop, you realize that Facebook only allows you on your profile to get 5,000 friends. Once you've galvanized or maximized your 5,000 friends, it can be beneficial for you to create a page. This is your name, and it allows you to determine what type of entity you are. Are you a political figure? Are you an influencer? Things of that nature from a personal standpoint. But remember, when you have a message that corners a market, you can be an individual but still be a business. Understand that. This is not about ego. This is about strategy. But on top of that, if you're a church, if you're a business owner, if you're a nonprofit, you need a page on social media, because it allows you to get connected to people by targeting them and creating advertisement on Facebook and on Instagram to reach the people that you're trying to target. It is allowing you to be your own platform, your own promotion, and your own data capture. You'll remember that from my last session. But if you don't have that page, you don't have that potential. Again, if you don't have the page, you don't have the potential. Let me put it into context. If this were church, we have a New Birth page, and this is a great time to plug it. You're watching us on our Facebook New Birth platform, on our location on Facebook from New Birth platform. So this is the church on Facebook. That's why you hear me refer to it as the Facebook campus. So if you're on Facebook, you're on our New Birth campus, which is a page. Go follow it now. Put the thumbs up. Follow that page. But underneath that, because as we would be in a church, we have different rooms. We have different ministries. We have different opportunities to reach people. You need groups for that. Think about it in real time. If you have a men's ministry, if you have a women's ministry, if you have outreach, if you have all of these different groups, groups for depression, groups for recovery, these groups are in your church. Now, if Facebook is your online sanctuary, your online campus, you now can build groups that are the extensions of the page. I hope that's making sense. You have a page. New Birth is the church or the page. But you can build groups from the page. I can have the men's ministry group. I can have the women's ministry group. I can have the Pan-Hellenic Society group of New Birth. And these groups can now make themselves private or public. Why? Because there are some groups that you may not want to have open. If you deal with men, you as well as I know that men want to have a space that is secret, that is concealed, that is confined, and what you talk about in that group stays in that group. You would have a group for that. This is the difference, because the page is the umbrella and the group are the people under the umbrella that are protected. Within that, it allows you now to be able to cast your Sunday morning services, your Wednesday night services, and your special messages to those groups so that those groups grow. Why? Because there are only so many people you can get in your group here at New Birth. There's only so much capacity we can maximize here at New Birth. But on social media, the capacity is endless. So you create the groups under the page and grow the reach. Create the group under the page, grow the reach. I see the light bulb coming on. You know this is good information. This is a church that is more than just Sunday morning. We care about you Monday through Friday. This is a great time to stop right now. Tag 5 people. You got a pastor that you know won't ask the question. You got a media person that you know doesn't know what's going on next. And instead of going around in circles trying to figure this thing out, come on. I'm helping you. The Pastor Internet and Innovation at New Birth is helping you. Tag them. Share it right now. So now that you got groups and pages on Facebook, I'm going to give you a few more things. Streaming solutions. Streaming solutions. I hear it all the time. Pastor, I'm amazed by what you all do there. You all have a production team. You got a sound stage. You have all of this equipment. You're one of the largest churches in America. You're winning because of who you are. We can't do that on our level. The devil has lied to you. The devil is trying to deceive you. Don't bite the apple. Realize that if you figure out the multiple streaming platforms, you can customize this to fit your context. Realize that streaming platforms like StreamYard, there are streaming platforms like Zoom. You understand how that piece works. There are a multiplicity of other platforms that allow you to look like your own producer. It'll allow you to put lower thirds. Lower thirds are the comments at the bottom. When I usually say, look at the bottom, let me show you what I'm talking about. Below me, you'll be able to email us if you got any questions at I@newbirth.org. You see how that came up at the bottom? That's a lower third. You say, well, we can't do that at our church. These platforms allow you to do that. It'll allow you to put your logo in the corner. It'll allow you to put the scriptures there. It'll allow you to do cutaways. And you just need to find a young person, invest into the platform, and then practice making sure that you're doing your stuff ahead of time. Let me stop right there. Many of us think that we got to do it impromptu. That's not the season anymore. I want you to prepare, understand what you're doing, and let the people on your team know so that they can do it in an efficient manner. Don't wait till the last minute. This is why this season is so complicated, because you got to be prepared. You got to read. You got to study. You got to strategize, because people don't want to hear the fluff anymore. They want a strategy, information, and insight that's going to make them keep coming back. So not only are the groups and the pages, the streams and the solutions, finally, and I'm out of here, the lighting and the cameras. The lighting and the cameras. I'm working with some of the most amazing production team members in the world. And as we're doing this session, I always get excited when I work with Jamal, because Jamal is a big galvanizer of lighting, making sure that the light is in the right place to make you look the best, to make the image come off the strongest. Make sure the camera is properly positioned, that the camera is not cutting off the top of your head, that it is not showing too much, because it's a square. So if I'm on my laptop, if I'm on my iPhone, if I'm on my iPad, you want it to fit in that rectangle or that square image, because the lighting and the camera helps you to do that. And if you email me at I@newbirth.org, I'll send you some of the most price productive and high quality lights and cameras that you can purchase right there on Amazon. This is why this is important. So I had a question from last week that I wanted to dive into. The question was, if you don't have a website and you don't have Cash App, how can I use social media to expand my reach? Truthfully, you can't. You can do it without a major website. You don't have to put $18,000, $20,000 in your website, but you do need to develop a website. You do need to get Cash App or Zelle or some platform, PayPal, because social media will get the people's attention, but you have to have somewhere to direct them once you get off. Even if you use the call to actions where it will click and say, pay here, do this, do that, You want to take them somewhere so that they can see you as credible. Take pictures. Make sure that you are getting a high resolution camera, that you are putting your pictures in a lockbox, and then building a site. Reach out to people, experts who do this, and invest. But don't think that you can stop at social media. You have to keep going, keep growing, and keep glowing. Because the more you do, the more you'll reach, the more credible people will see you, and the more people's lives you can change. I'm literally out of my time. That was the quickest 15 minutes ever. I want you to know we're serious about helping you. We're not just trying to get it all. There's enough unsaved people. There's enough people that need inspiration. There are enough people that need insight, that we are not selfish with the blessings God has given us. And Pastor Jamal Bryant has allowed me to help you with no cost. And what we need you to do right now is help us be able to continue to spread this partnership. We need partners like you. We need givers like you. We need sowers like you. We need tithers like you, so that we can continually take God global. You see the prompts on the screen. If you would give right now, if you would partner right now, if you would sow right now, if you just text to our text solution, the word NBGIVE, this keyword NBGIVE, to 77977, you can be a partner right now. We're on Givelify, but we want you to partner. Number two, we don't want you to just be gleaning from this information. We don't want you to just be committed visitors. We want you to be family. I want to be your pastor of internet and innovation. Dr. Jamal Bryant wants to be your senior pastor, and right now we're offering Christ to you. If you would take the offer, if you just click joinnewbirth.org, there is an opportunity for you to get connected to the God of our salvation. If you need prayer, email us at prayer@newbirth.org, and our intercessors are waiting to pray for you. And don't forget, we want to stay connected to you. So if you would text NB Connect to 71441. Yes, 71441 right now. We'll be connected to you. Don't forget, email me questions, comments, concerns at ini@newbirth.org. I'm grateful. I thank you for tuning in. Keep sharing, keep tagging, keep texting, because we appreciate you tuning in, and we're grateful to be able to give. I pray that you have a drama-free and virus-free remainder of the week. I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Stay tuned, because we got some more announcements waiting for you. Have an amazing day.
New Birth, the vaccination revival was a huge success, and we want to say thank you for 3 power-packed nights. If you missed it, it's not too late. It's available now in the Call to Conquer bookstore. The Vaccination Revival, Curing Stagnation, featuring Dr. Jerome Glenn, Jacqueline Carr, Pastor Tolan Morgan, Stout, Bishop Darius Nixon, and Miranda Curtis. Just log on and pick up your copy today. It's the Vaccination Revival. Don't miss it. Have you made your commitment to our 365 campaign? It's our first sacrificial giving over and above regular tithes and offerings.
God is going to shift an entire year and do it in one day.
Pray about your pledge, because we want you to join us for our virtual celebration Sunday, November 8th. It's our over and above tithes and offering worship experience. Make a pledge today by texting NB365 to 71441 or visit newbirth.org and complete a commitment card. And you can pick up a free 365 wristband at our King's Table from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. or the Call to Conquer bookstore between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Also, our weekly 365 prayer call has been a tremendous blessing. Join us every Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. The dial-in number is 712-775-7438. Standard long distance rates apply. And don't miss exclusive 365 fall merch and My Pastor Dope hoodies. It's a must for your fall wardrobe. Pick them up every Saturday at the Call to Conquer bookstore. Our free grocery pull-up continues every Saturday. Our volunteers and staff will be serving the community from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. to combat the ongoing battle of food insecurity and to provide some real relief for those in need. It's the King's Table. And Emerging Generations is doing it in a big way. Don't miss the Plug College Meetup, the Young Adult Virtual Bible Study, and get ready for Singles Live plus Uncut Session with Pastor Carrie and Pastor Keon Henderson, Friday, October 30th at 10 p.m. Registration is limited. Just go to newbirth.org now. And that's gonna do it for our video announcements.